Well, recycling and composting has always been something that we've wanted to do. We started with the single stream recycling, and that's been very popular with our staff, and it's a great opportunity to reduce our landfill contribution. When we were approached with the composting program, it was definitely something we were interested in, and we were very excited to work with Delaware Replenish, and actually took a big burden off of me because this summer with my home garden, we were trying to figure out a way to use some of our kitchen vegetable waste so I can create a composting pile in my backyard, and with our volume of business it was just too great to really make an impact. So when the opportunity to compost on a large-scale commercial basis approached us, we were very excited about it, and the response from our staff has been overwhelmingly positive. We try and be as green as possible. Here at the restaurant, in addition to recycling our cardboard and our tin and plastic from our kitchen, we also have taken the initiative of separating and collecting all of our printer receipts and all of our paper from the front of the house, which was actually an initiative suggested by one of our employees to reduce the amount of paper waste that we put in our trash. So we set up a paper-only recycling stations in the front of the house, so any paper and receipts go directly into that, and then they go into our single stream recycling. In addition to that, our distillery and brewery has some organic raw materials in the form of spent grain that we use to make our beers, as well as organics and botanicals that we use to make our spirits. All of that stuff is collected, and now the distillery or botanicals are composted through the Replenish program.
Well, that's great. I mean, it sounds like Dogfish is ahead of the curve in that respect. And of course, that's what Replenish is about. What we're trying to do is to recover and reuse organic materials, or what sometimes people refer to as waste. We like to refer to it as renewable resources. And if we can do that, then we're consuming less. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into the restaurant and walk through, and I'd like to ask you some questions at the various stops that we make in the kitchen.
Great.
And also speak to a couple of your staff members, because it sounds like you've got good ideas at the corporation, but also good ideas coming from the personnel, and we want to hear a little more about that.
And in the mornings, we generally set our prep and vegetable and cold station prep in the back wall here, and we set up our composting bins here, and we also have our mixed use recycling station here, which makes it real easy to get out the door and makes it real easy to everybody find the central spot. All of our cans, our plastic, our tin foil, any glass goes in our mixed use, and then any of our food waste goes in our compost bins.
Has there been any hang-ups with this new program? Any obstacles that you can see?
No, not really. I mean, despite the fact that we've been busier and busier, it's really almost made it easier because we're prepping so much more food. It makes it easier to just get that waste right from our cutting boards, right into our compost bins. When they get filled up, we get them right out the door.
So they go out the door, they go into all the containers stacked out back?
Yep, they sure do. In addition to just participating in the composting program and the recycling, which does return a lot of our resources back to the earth in the terms of turning that food waste into compost, we are seeing a tremendous reduction in the amount of landfill contribution. Our trash hauls have definitely been reduced, and that's evident by, at the end of a busy day, when our guys are loading our landfill eligible trash, you know, we're not throwing it up over the top like we used to because it's so full. We're still going in through the side doors, and we're barely filling up our trash cans the way we used to.
So would you say that there's more organic material than garbage at this point?
I would say between the mixed-use recycling and our food waste, we're exceeding the amount of landfill-eligible trash.
So you reduce the amount of total garbage by the single-stream cycling and diverting the organic material into the compost bin.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh sure.
Well, is there somebody on the staff that we could just ask a couple questions, somebody who understands the program and maybe has an opinion about it?
Sure, I'll introduce you guys to Corey.
How long have you worked here for Dogfish Head?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, so you've seen a lot of changes in the program. What about this change? Has it been difficult for the staff to adapt to, or, you know, how's it been?
It's great. Everybody gives us a better outlook on the waste management situation instead of everything going into one can. You can have your can here and don't have to worry about all the other access garbage bins out here. It's just so much easier for everybody.
So it's actually easier, you think it makes your work a little bit easier?
It makes your work a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about having one trash can and filled up with just everything, besides having just one single trash can for a certain item.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And how do you feel about the goals of the program? That is, recovering what we throw away and replenishing the earth. How do you feel about that?
I think it's great. Anytime you can recycle anything that's going to be, that we use and consider as waste, anytime you can recycle that and use it for something else, it's always going to be a good situation.
All right, that's great. Thanks, Corey.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for your participation. Well, thanks for watching today. We hope that we've given you a little bit of an introduction and a little more information about how the Replenish program works. We're very excited about this. We've got restaurants that are stepping up to the plate to participate in that program, recovering what we've been throwing away and using that material to recycle compost back to farmers in the place of petroleum fertilizer, so that the very vegetables that they grow end up on the restaurant tables here in Rehoboth. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned. There'll be more.